emphasize what you just emphasized. We don't know any of the full details of this. That we don't know if this was a supporter shooting their gun off in celebration, or so we have no idea about this. But following up what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions. And I think that's the environment we're in, that people just, you can't stop with these sort of awful thoughts you have and then saying these awful words and not expect awful actions to take place.
Matt.
And that's the unfortunate environment we're in.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated while giving a speech. A husband, father, patriot, and one of the brightest conservative leaders of our time, taken in an act of pure evil. And in the aftermath of this tragedy, MSNBC's Mathew Dowd chose not to show empathy or respect. Instead, he claimed Charlie's own rhetoric somehow contributed to his death. Think about that. In the face of an assassination, he blamed the victim. This is more than tasteless, it's dangerous. Comments like this shift blame away from the murderer and normalize violence against speech. They tell extremists, if you don't like what someone says, maybe they deserve what happens to them. That logic tears at the foundation of a free society. Dowd's remarks didn't heal wounds. They poured gasoline on division. They disrespected Charlie's grieving family. And they signaled to millions that political violence can be excused if you don't like the other side's words. That's unacceptable. MSNBC was right to fire him. But the damage of commentary like this is bigger than one man's job. This is about the culture we're creating. Are we a society that defends free speech, condemns violence, and treats even our opponents with dignity? Or are we going to keep dancing on each other's graves? The choice is ours. For me, the answer is clear. We must honor Charlie Kirk's memory by rejecting political violence, defending free speech, and demanding empathy over cruelty. Because if we don't, we're only inviting more tragedy.
Everybody, meet Kara Harvey. She was a nurse at a children's hospital in Atlanta, Georgia. Kara thought it would be appropriate for her to make an inappropriate post about Charlie Kirk's unaliving. She said, F his kids and F his ancestors, especially the B who birthed him. Can't actually say the F word and the B word on here because, it's social media.
Wow.
And I don't want my account to get banned.
Wow.
Kara was making approximately $33 to $42 an hour. That's about $69,000 to $87,000 a year. She threw it all away because she wanted to make an inappropriate post, thinking it was going to be okay. Kara was fired and she also lost her nursing license. The hospital said this type of behavior is unacceptable for a children's employee. Tell me what you think about it down below in the comments.
Hi, my name is Nancy D, and I was fired on Friday for saying that I was having a hard time finding empathy for Charlie Kirk. Apparently, I was doxxed by a convicted and pardoned January 6th on Twitter, and so my name and my company's name was put out there, and then my company was flooded with calls for my termination, and this is day one of unemployment. But I have now started getting calls to my personal cell phone, and I'm worried that not just my name and my employer's information is out there. I'm worried that my phone number and my home address are. I can't find where to go look for that. Can someone help me, please? I don't know what I'm doing here.
So, I was just fired from my job. So, yeah. Follow me. I don't know. Like this video, give me a follow, and stay tuned for more content because it is coming. It is coming.
I don't know when or if I'll post this, but today's September 15th and it's 9:05 a.m. and yesterday at 5 p.m. I was fired from my job for posting a video saying I don't care about Charlie Kirk's death. In the video that I posted, I specifically said I wasn't celebrating it, but that I just don't care, and yet I was still fired from a job where my role was to increase educational equity to all students. That was my job. That was like, wasn't really just my job, it was like my identity too. Like that's been my whole career. Like, how can we get the highest quality education to as many students? For this job, I worked at a nonprofit where I taught reproductive health to LGBTQ youth and youth in foster care in Dallas, Texas. And like, that was hard, but after I did it, I was so proud of myself, and I told myself I wouldn't go back to a job where like I couldn't be my authentic self, and I thought that's what I had in my job. And actually, the funny thing is, I wasn't fired for saying that I don't care about it, because everyone on my team agrees with that, or everyone I've talked to, and people can say that, and I would have been okay to say that in my team chat at work. But I was fired because I was doxxed by someone who knows me, and they posted my job and my LinkedIn to the white supremacists. And so that's why I was fired, not actually because of what I said. Which also hurts because, like, I was good at my job. I liked it a lot. And I feel so grateful because my coworkers have been reaching out to me and just like telling me they'll be my references and making sure I'm okay. And it feels good to know that I built a community there and that the people there see that character of what it was. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Sorry. I don't know if I'll post this. But, I know that in the end I'll be okay, and this isn't the worst thing that's ever happened to me. Honestly, it's not by a lot. I will be okay. I'll find a job like that I like and doing something that's important to me. And I know that because if this hadn't happened, I was on the track for promotion at my other job. Like, I know I'll be okay, but it just hurts to be left out to dry. So anyway, on my first day of unemployment, I applied for unemployment. I'll be talking to a lawyer later, but this is my Depop package. These are my Depop packages. They're not packed. So I'm gonna go drop those off, and then I'm gonna grocery store.
Hi, everyone. Meet Callie Walk. She was the director of Walsha River District. He was making about $100,000 a year, maybe more. She said on social media, well-deserved, with 3 clapping emojis, about Charlie Kirk's assassination. She was fired from her position. The company then replied with, "We believe that Main Street is for everyone, and we have respect for all people." The company also stated that their hearts go out to Kirk's family and everyone else that was impacted by the senseless violence. This is a prime example on how you cannot judge a book by its cover. You see this woman and she looks like she's a beautiful woman, but in fact, she's not, because of her personality and how she feels about human life. Tell me what you think about this down below in the comments.
I think you're right.
We came in for an order earlier to print a poster for a vigil tonight.
Yes,
for
so
somebody that passed.
propaganda.
It's not
It's propaganda. I'm sorry. We don't put that here.
Alrighty. So, what's your name?
I'm Kirk. I'm print supervisor.
I'm one of the managers.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, we do
So
not
they
print-
say they don't print
we don't
political
print
propaganda.
No.
So this is somebody that passed away a couple years
That's
ago. from
political
Ebola.
propaganda, unfortunately. I'm
So
sorry.
this is for a prayer tonight, for a prayer vigil.
It's still propaganda, unfortunately.
I printed
What
other
makes it
things.
propaganda?
Because he's a political figure, and I don't have to.
Right.
Yeah.
Our general manager is going to be in on Monday. If you
No,
want to
it's
speak
totally
further
okay.
on
No,
the
we have-
subject,
we have
you would
lots-
like
we
to.
you are
have-
welcome to return.
So today is apparently my last day. They just fired me, terminated me because they see my videos, man. Look, they gave me a letter of termination. Letter of termination, man. I was a bad representation of the organization, and I'm no longer here, man. This is some, look at this shit. Y'all gotta see this shit. They really, oh my goodness, man, I can't believe this shit.
The person that sent that video to corporate and got me fired, thank you. And I know that everybody is going to see this video too, and that's okay. I'm not going to say anything wrong. Did I realize that what I was saying in that video was going to lead to this? No, I would have never fucking done that. But it seems like with my life, no matter how hard I fucking try, I end up fucking shut up. But I know that everything happens for a reason. And I may not know right now what that reason is, but eventually God will reveal that to me. I love helping addicts. I love helping people. This job stressed me the out some days, but I didn't care because it was worth it, because I was helping people. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. My daughter is about to go to college, and I don't know now how I'm going to pay for that, but I know that I'll figure it out. And if you want to send this video to corporate too, that's fine. But to anybody that creates content, if you work at a treatment facility, if you work in healthcare, watch what you say very carefully, because it doesn't matter if you don't speak somebody's name. Just describing a situation is enough to get you fired. I did not know that, but now I sure do now. I don't know what I'm meant to do in this life. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. I am trying to follow the path that I thought God had for me and wanted for me, but I just keep getting thrown different ways. Maybe I make stupid decisions, yes.
Yes, you
but
do.
But my intentions are
Obviously
always
you do.
fucking good.
She's sorry she got caught, not for what she did. I wouldn't want to work next to somebody like that myself. I wouldn't want to work if I'm your co-worker and I see that you're dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave and rejoicing after he's just been assassinated because his opinion differs from yours. I wouldn't want to work next to you because I know you do the same thing to me. If a tragedy happens to me and I happen to have a different opinion from you, I know you're going to rejoice. You're going to dance on my grave also. I wouldn't want to work next to you. And the fact that you're not sorry for what you did tells me it's justice. You're not sorry for what you did. You're sorry for getting caught. And then keep God's name out of your mouth. Because in the end, that person whose grave you were dancing on is one of his children also. Just keep God out of this. Because he has nothing to do with what you did. God has nothing to do with you making fun of someone who just got assassinated.
What the f*** are you supposed to do when you get fired? You just take it? You just take it like a man? I'm unemployed. What am I supposed to do now? Do I go home and goon? Like, guys, what do I do? Like, actually, like, what do you do when you get fired? What's the next step? Do you look for obviously you look for a job, but like, I got no income now. I spent my last $300 on a parking ticket. That was on me. I did let it sit a little bit. It was like a $30 parking ticket. It went up to $300. I really don't want to talk about it, but what am I supposed to do, guys? Oh my god, this you know when they say like once you get to a point in adulthood where it's not enjoyable. I don't know who said adulthood was enjoyable. I'm just kind of, but like, what am my gas? I haven't got enough for gas, guys. Oh my god, what am I? Is this what I can't do this? I'm supposed to do this for the rest of my life? Like I can't. What am I supposed to do, guys? Please, someone put financial tips. Oh my god.
Charlie Kirk was assassinated. A husband, a father, a patriot, gunned down on stage. That tragedy alone should have united Americans in shock and grief. But instead, we've seen something grotesque. Progressive and everyday liberals online cheering, gloating, dancing on his grave. Think about how sick that is. A man is murdered in cold blood. His kids left without a father. And people are laughing about it. That's not politics. That's cultural rot. Now, how did we get here? Years of the media demonizing conservatives as fascists and enemies of democracy. When you're told over and over again that your political opponents are monsters, eventually you stop seeing them as people. And once you dehumanize someone, you feel no compassion when violence happens. You might even celebrate it. But here's the thing. Some of the very people who went online to gloat about Charlie's assassination are already being fired from their jobs. And that brings me joy. And you know what? That serves them right. Actions have consequences. If you celebrate murder publicly, don't be surprised when society pushes back. That's not censorship. That's justice. Charlie's death was evil, but the glee we've seen from some reveals an even deeper sickness. A culture that has lost empathy. If we don't turn this around, if we don't demand accountability, if we don't reject dehumanization, then this won't be the last tragedy we face.
Give me one thing that white people and black people have different biologically.
Don't change the question of this, like DNA-wise, we are different.
No, we're not. That's a lie. It has been disproven. Front page of National Geographic 6 months ago. Racism created by society. If you look at DNA independently in a science laboratory, they cannot distinguish between a black person or a white person if they look at just the DNA, because the only difference is the melanin. It has been disproven. Race is a social construct that I want to break out of.